Let's do some morning skincare and let's talk about my Ozempic Mounjaro journey. I'm actually on week 18. So excited. I'm down about 23 pounds. That doesn't seem like a lot, but the whole process makes all the difference in the world. So I'm going to tell you about it because I know there's a lot of frustration around there. So when I first went to get started, they were going to put me on Ozempic. And they said that worked for about 85% of the people. The people that it didn't work for, they moved over to Mounjaro and they had 100% success rate. So I'm like, okay, let's start off with Ozempic. So he had set my expectations early on that there was going to be a progression and that I might not really feel complete hunger control until a few weeks in, but that he was going to move me quickly, which is different because when I'm hearing from a lot of people that ask me about progress and are a bit challenged, they've been on the same dose for an entire month and it takes them a year to get to maximum dose. I was able to move up very, very quickly. So by the time I was on week 10, I was almost at the max dose. Getting some weight loss, but it was really choppy and I wasn't feeling what everybody else was saying, that there was no hunger at all. Like the doctor said, you should really only be able to finish half your meal and maybe a tiny bit of appetizer. And that's when you know you're at the right level. My results were pretty consistent up until that second month. And then on that third month, I ended up losing nothing that entire month. So I ended up having all the doubts that I hear you guys having right now, which is it's just not working for me. I'm seeing everybody around me losing weight. And in the end, the doctor said, listen, we're going to move you to Mounjaro. We're having a much higher success rate overall with Mounjaro. So when I switched over to Mounjaro and they put me right up to 5 to start me off right away. Within 24 hours, I could feel that it was kicked in. First couple of weeks, I lost 4.5 pounds. Then it dipped a little bit. And again, I'm going up the entire time. Remember, the whole name of the game is about regulating your insulin. So your body has to figure out how to do that. And once it figures out how to do that, the hunger will take care of itself. So I've been on Mounjaro for 6 weeks now, for 1 week at 5, 2 weeks at 7, 2 weeks at 10, and now I'm at 12.5. And the max is 15. And I will tell you, the last 3 weeks, the weight loss hasn't been significant. But the best thing about this is you don't think about food. You don't get that food noise. Unlike other diets where you're like, I can't wait for a cheat day. That's not what it is. You just kind of eat a little bit of what you want. You're naturally going to eat less. Just let your body catch up. So don't worry about it. You will get there. I went through the entire roller coaster. It's going to work for me or isn't it? And although it's been slower than other stories that I hear, the process itself, I would never, ever have stayed on a diet for 18 weeks and been at the point that I am now, which is this is just kind of a way of life. At some point, I'm going to start thinking about weaning off and figuring out how that changes and how I manage that. But for now, I love this process and it hasn't been perfect and it's been full of doubt and frustration. But when I look back on it, it was just me being patient with my body, making sure that I understood that the medication had to do its job and my body had to figure out what to do with it. Don't get frustrated. Accept what your body is telling you. If your hunger is not being controlled, put some pressure on your doctor to really move things up quicker. So good luck on your journey. I'll keep you updated.